It's all. It's all. Let's just. Is everything going good?
Just for next time, can you please say 3, 2, 1, sir?
Action.
Yeah, we know it's very formal production here, right? We need to get one of those bars, the clappers, sync everything. So, how are things showing up there on your side, Sammy? All right, it's showing everything's live.
How big is the lag?
I don't know. We're trying to see if this looks live here on our end. We'll figure this out here shortly. It always takes a little bit of a time. So,
There you go.
ah, there you are. There you are. You are live now, baby. There we go. All right, well, let's get started, bud.
All right, guys. We said we were going to be here today, so we're here today. I know we said about 4 o'clock, but I know there's a couple of games going on today, so we went ahead and do it early. And I think the game starts at 3:30, so we'll probably go to around then, and we'll go from there. We'll end this with some predictions of those games coming up here this weekend. I think there's 4, so we'll see how it goes. Victor's touching my leg for whatever reason. But
Scooting in, just getting closer to you.
all right, guys. So we haven't come up with a name yet with the show. You know, we're kind of, and we want to go back to it, man. We want to go back to what we were doing. I know last time we were doing it was I'd rather be fishing. But yeah, we'll talk about fishing every so often here and there. But I think for the most part, we're going to be talking about random stuff. In this particular show, we're going to go ahead and talk about Valentine's gifts. And I know that sounds weird, but I mean, I think it's something people want to know, especially the ladies that are, buying things for anglers and buying things for outdoorsmen. They don't know what to buy them. They don't want to do it wrong and buy and waste money on something they're not going to use. So hopefully we can help you out with that. Of course, though there's a lot of things you can buy, but we're going to go ahead and package them up. I think we'll start with like $25, $50, and then kind of move up from there. They're going to be items we have here at the shop, items that you can get on Amazon, items that we just personally have that we may not have here, but give you those ideas. If anybody who's watching wants to chime in and kind of give their opinion or their ideas, hey, go for it. Especially if your wife is watching, you want to kind of throw those ideas in there as well.
And that's what I'll
What do
do.
you What do you want?
All my wife's watching.
So basically, that's what we're going to be doing, man. So
Well, I think that's one of the things my wife struggles with, right? So it's like usually like if I want something fishing related, like I just go buy it. Like I don't wait, and then and she's worried to like buy me something because she thinks she's gonna buy me something that I'm not gonna use, or she does like.
Or you already have.
Or I already have, right?
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that even if I already
Or is it
have,
an excuse him?
yeah.
Hey, I didn't know.
But there's stuff that I may already have, but it's almost like you can't have enough of it, right?
Yeah, it's like shoes.
Like shoes, yeah.
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
I think one of the things also, I mean, like I told Victor that we were talking about preparing for this. I mean, what stage are you in? I mean, because these are Valentine's gifts, right? So
yeah, that's right.
It's like, okay, are you 5 days with this guy? Are you 5 years with this guy?
That goes to the budget, right? So,
Are we talking about time or basis?
both.
Only 4 bases. So I don't know.
Well, you go around the play a few times. So
again, man, there's a lot of different factors you want to. But again, that's what we'll talk budget. I think he's right. If you're with somebody for a couple of days, you don't want to spend more than a certain amount. So, yeah. So we'll start off with $25, man, and I think that's a one of those prices where you can get something that looks expensive for $25, or you can get something for $25. And I know one thing, in my opinion, that the easiest thing for $25, I think most every guy likes is a ball cap.
Yep.
I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Whether they're wearing it, whether they're displaying it. I mean, every guy is gonna have a ball cap on their dash. And like I said, whether they use it or they just use it for display, I think that's an easy, $25 gift when you buy it, and I think they're going to be happy no matter what type of cap you get.
Use it for fishing, use it for going out, use it for a little bit of everything, and then you can get different kinds of caps. But yeah, I think you're right. Cap
and $25 doesn't feel like something that's obligated, right? It doesn't feel like something like, oh shit, now I gotta marry her.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like it's just a cap.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I think $25 is kind of that first thing. Is like you've been with someone for a little bit, and you're just kind of, it's Valentine's Day. Your society pressures you to make you feel like you have to buy someone a gift.
So to me, that's the one thing, right? So I talk a lot about Valentine's with my wife. It's like, as a man, I do want to get a gift. Not that I need to, but I would like to. There's some people, as men, we don't want anything. We want to take care of our woman, and yes, but I'll be one to say, hey, I like my flowers too, man. If my wife wants to give me some flowers or chocolates, I mean, I'll take them. Well, chocolates no more because I'm diabetic now, but it's good to know that we're talking about what you can get your dude, right? Oh, and vice versa, right? Because you can get your girl, because as a man, shit, man, who doesn't want a prison?
Of course.
Yeah, who doesn't want a Palo Jefe with a Benford? I mean,
We're not there. We're not there in that budget yet.
we're not there yet.
And $25, don't send the wrong message. We don't have a sale for $25. Like,
We can get you line for $25.
Is everything still showing up all right? Pretty good there? All right. I got a note saying this. Okay.
so what's your pick, Sam?
I mean, definitely a ball cap. I mean, honestly, like lures is probably something else too, right? So like, I've got plenty of colors. I've got plenty of things out here, but just being able, like, I think lures are simple, man. You go in there and like, and really, there's so many different colors, and maybe that's probably the most overwhelming part. Is like, if you don't know, if you're not used to kind of seeing what your husband's doing, but just go into someone, especially one of these little tackle shops anywhere, and just say, hey, what's popular around here?
Yeah.
And even like packages, I'm thinking like, go to Hobby Lobby, get a box for $2-3, and then just fill it up with stuff. And I think most of the time your local tackle boxes and shops, and they're gonna help you out. I mean, and they're gonna tell you, hey, this is what you can get for this. And when it comes to colors, I mean, you're gonna use that color at one point, of your life.
So $25 gets you in what stage would you say that you're at? Just you're barely starting to get to know each other.
Show, man.
I think
No, what I mean, like, hey, if I'm dating a girl, right, like, if I just started talking to her on the 13th, like, I'm probably gonna spend on $25 on the 14th.
You just talking
well,
about
that's why you wait. You don't do it. You don't get with her on the 13th. You wait till the 15th.
What if she's an American citizen?
Then you're at a different price level.
Right? If you get through there on the 13th, you take her like to Burger King, go have dinner. Go Whataburger, that's high dollar. You go something else.
Do you share the fries or do you buy her
whatever you want to do, man?
Share on that day. So, all right, so $25 again. I think we all kind of lures, just things that I think with the lures part, you kind of package them together, get 4 or 5 bags, whatever it is, and then ball caps, things of that sort. I think those are all safe gifts.
Socks.
Hey, honestly, at the end of the day, I think it depends on the age too. But man, 40 years old, I like socks.
And ibuprofen.
Belt, socks and belts. Oh yes, I got a new belt.
I mean, you don't know that you need them until you get them.
I like socks, honestly. Like, I know we talk about that.
Really?
Socks is simple. Like, I use them. I got every year. Kind of.
Okay, but dressy socks, like the ones that now have.
I just get like a pack of like from Costco, like a pack of like 20 pairs or 15 pairs, and like every year, like I swap out my socks. Like I do it once a year. I just go get rid of all the old ones. I mean, I don't have pairs and just get.
I know you both of you are a little older than me. I don't think Sam is that much older than me, so I might be getting to the sock category
you're 40
here.
Years old, no matter how much you want to say, 38.
Close it up.
I'll take a belt over a sock.
All right, so we jump up to like the $50 mark. All right, so the $50 mark, you're still right there in kind of in the middle of price. I mean, but with the $50 mark, I think you can go gift card. It's not so little, but it's not a whole bunch. And at the $50 mark, a guy can go into a tackle shop, into wherever he's going, and get a decent amount of stuff. I think a gift card would be good, and you'd be safe. I think a $25 gift card is like, it's only $25 that you gave me. But a $50 gift card is like, hey, that's pretty good. You can go get a few things there, get a Visa card or whatever it is. But if you're going to get something, that you actually want to purchase, again, I go back to the same thing. And actually, what I'm going to do is probably combine the two and say, you know what, get a ball cap, a T-shirt, some lures, and make a nice basket for the guy, and you can get a pretty good amount of stuff for $50. At least it looks like, oh wow, that's a lot of stuff.
I would suggest if you're gonna do a gift card, I would suggest, like you said, a Visa.
Yep.
Right, like I get a Bass Pro or Academy, and it's like now I'm limited to what they have there. If you get a Visa, you can come, any local tackle shop and buy what you want to buy there.
I think just in general, gift cards are tough, right? Like getting them. It's like when you get a gift card, you're like, oh, thanks. Like it's like. And I know, like, I'm personally a little bit harder to shop for, just because, like I said earlier, right?
You think there's not much thought to it?
Yeah, like it's maybe that's it, right? And like for me, like not only but it's more like for giving gift cards. Like I feel like obviously it's easy to go buy gift cards and do it like that. It makes things easy for a lot. And the person that gets it on the backside can do a lot with it. But I mean, if me personally, if I was kind of expecting, or not expecting, but anticipating a gift in the $50 price range, the thing I like knives. And so I've got a collection of knives. I've got fillet knives. I've got all different kinds of fillet knives. And I mean, even at $25, you can still get a good fillet knife. But
I know Academy has some nice little Gerbers. Is it a Gerber? What's the brand?
Gerber brand.
And they're pretty, about $30, $50 range. Pretty nice.
I mean, not too bad. So I think fillet knife is good. I mean, I go through fillet knives. I mean, I used to when I used to fish more, but I would go through them pretty frequently, kind of get rid of them at the year or so, year and a half, and even like I still have like a new fillet knife ready to kind of be broken out as well too. So even just like pocket knives, like I've got my pocket knife here, and like I'm always losing them, so I'm always needing a new one too. So so I think a pocket knife is
yeah. I mean, just I saw this here, and obviously we put it here for a reason. But again, we have these type of personal gifts where you can personalize them on there. It's a cutting board. We sell these for $50, $60 here at the shop. And I think personalization is also a big deal. If you're able to personalize something for the guy or a girl, I think that's also a little meaningful. Like Sam said, but it also goes back again. Goes back to the stage you're in. If it's somebody you don't want to be with anymore, give them a gift card. Yeah. They'll get the message maybe.
Not just stage, but how much time you got till Valentine's, right? Because I'm one of those that I wait till the last day. So then I'm kind of like, oh shit, I just need to get something. I need to get something. And personalized might be something that you'd be like, well, you got to think a little bit ahead to get that done on it. So for $50, I know you mentioned the board. We are the 7-day shop, right? So 7-day edition shop. So what would somebody be able to get at the shop for $50? I know we said ball cap, shirt.
Yeah, I mean, again, at $50, I mean, you have a variety of things that you can get, and a lot of times, we'll try and
a raffle.
We'll try and help people out. I mean, if it's somebody who really doesn't know, we'll help them out. We'll do a couple discounts here and there. But at the end of the day, I think getting a package together for $50, not one gift, would probably be, again, if you don't know your guy that well. If you know he needs a cutting board and he would use it and he would utilize it, yeah, go for a $50 cutting board. But if you don't, you just want to get them fishing stuff. I get a lot of that, Even not only I keep saying girls, but even guys. Guys come in here. Hey, I want to get this for my dad. I don't fish, but he does. So we'll package something together for $50 and make it look like a lot of different things. But
it's a good way to hedge, right? Because like you have so many different things, and sure enough, something within that package is going to be a strike, right? So it's going to be good. So it's a good way.
That's good, man. So $25, $50. What are we going up to? We're going to go up to 100.
Yeah, jump to 100.
If I'm at 100, man, we're getting married.
At $100, I mean, my pick's gonna be a reel.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be the. And again, your local tackle shop is probably gonna go ahead and recommend something for you. And for the most part, they're gonna recommend something good. At $100, we have a lot of options when it comes to reels. If you're listening, brands, Daiwa, Shimano, Fuego, Nasty, those are gonna be the ones that I would recommend at that $100 range.
And I would say for $100, I'd be leaning more towards a package system of, for example, let's say a weight box, a net, a stringer, something that you can get more of. This is the essentials of my dude can go out and fish, or my girl can go out and fish with me.
Yeah.
I think that could be at a good $100 package where you can get something that's not just one thing; it's multiple things to get that makes it look better.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
more. Yeah, more is better.
More is better. Yeah, you look cooler
sometimes. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I agree, man. $100, like depending, you can get a really good reel for $100, and that's
true.
What I would say for folks looking at that regard.
Fuego.
Fuego, the Naskies.
It was nice, man. I got Fuegos. They're nice.
Yeah. Like whatever, but like I think $100 is you can get really good reels on there. There's probably a difference between like your $40-$50 reels and your 100. There's a big difference.
Oh yeah,
there, and you end up with something there. So
no, definitely is, man. Being able to guide and take people out fishing. I purchased the Fuegos here, and I've had them over a year, and I've never had to. Sucks to say, but I've never done any maintenance on them because. Yeah. I've never really had to. They're really that good. They're good reels.
Also, a lot of people just tend to, especially guides. I get this all the time. Like, I buy it at the end of the year. I either give it away or chunk it and buy myself another one because you've gotten the use out of it. And those are reels, and those are gifts that, again, an angler is going to understand and they're going to appreciate it. And if they're not avid anglers, they're going to appreciate it even more because most of the time, somebody who's not an avid angler is going to buy a $20, $30 reel.
Yeah.
And you can feel the difference in those reels, in the weight, and in the the casting of it, or the cast that it's with. I mean, you can feel it. And if somebody who is an avid angler, they still are going to appreciate that reel because it is a very good reel, or one of those two. And I'm sure there's more out there. And the only reason we bring those two up because we have them here at the shop. And that's pretty much the only opinion we got. I'm sure there's more out there that you can get.
And reels are unisex, right? It could be for girl, for a dude. I mean, you can buy it for your girl and say, "Hey, you got your reel, now we got to get your rod." And let's go fishing. Let's go fishing.
That's where you're gonna go, and again, that's beneficial for us. But if you buy them a reel, you're gonna have to buy them a rod. So just come back.
Come back.
So we jump up to the next level. I would say about 150, 175, and I'm doing that for a reason. Because once you get to that 150, 175 range, 150 is tricky. You know, I mean, it's very, very in the middle.
I honestly don't think there is. Like, I mean, you're still talking reels. Like, in my
Exactly.
opinion, I think really, you don't. It's not until you get to like 200 where it changes, right? So, I think you might be able to get at 150 a little bit of a nicer reel, or you may be able to start aggregating or packaging some of these things, right? A reel with a hat and a knife, or whatever it may be. But yeah, 150 is a pretty tricky budget there. It's in my opinion, it's pretty close to 100.
It is. I mean, if you're already at 150, I mean, you can probably spend an extra $50 on that person,
Or less.
Or how did he behave? How did he behave this week? 150 or 50?
It's not even that. It's just like find reasons to come down. Like, no, I didn't like that shirt that he wore.
I think if you're at 150, I mean, you're probably in a relationship that you've been with her for a little while. And at least
I've been married 16 years. I don't think I'm at the 150 range, bro.
I didn't take my wife to Whataburger until we almost got married. I told her, hey,
got to manage expectations, man. You got to set the tone.
But at that, let's say a $200 range, I mean, obviously here, and I'm sure a lot of other shops, you can get a nice rod for them. Sometimes you can
nice watch.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, man. I mean, a nice watch.
One of those G-Shocks, they're pretty cool. If he likes to fish, they're pretty cool because they're very saltwater friendly. They're rubber, but they look nice. They're nice and bulky.
$200. I mean, going back to the knife thing. I mean, because Benchmade has a hell of a knife. It's an amazing product, and they're pricey. I mean, so $200 Benchmade is also a really good idea for somebody.
Benchmade knives. There you go.
Those are really good.
We don't have them.
Never heard of her.
They're nice.
Never heard of Benchmade?
No, they're fancy. They're nice. They're really nice knives, though.
My birthday's coming up. Just want to point that out.
Oh, so it's Valentine's Day. So I hope your wife's watching.
I guess I'm gonna buy my wife a knife. Babe, you're getting a knife.
Yeah, for her, right?
Yeah, for her. But I'll make sure that it keeps sharp and everything for you.
Yeah, that's right. And that it gets plenty of fish to fillet.
Are those like a fillet style knife, or what is it? Like a pocket knife?
Yeah, fillet knives.
I believe they do. I mean, they're known for their pocket knives. That's absolutely what they're popular.
You know what's a good knife for $100 at Cutco? At Cutco Fisherman Series fillet knife for $100. It's a really good knife.
Cutco's the one they sell door to door, huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Well, you can go to the mall. The mall has kiosks there with you can buy just one knife.
Okay.
I don't know if Costco has.
I don't know. Yeah.
No.
I haven't seen it. But
Every time you go, you should look at socks. You don't look at it.
right.
He said
Just
Costco earlier in
We're gonna
socks.
go buy socks, then we go buy beer, and then maybe I'm gonna go buy some liquor.
There you go. And you mentioned beer, man. That's another thing. Also, depending on your guy. Hey,
Liquor, a bottle of Jack.
No beer, man. No beer.
I mean, a bottle of Jack, Sinatra's about $185, $199.
Drink at your own. What's it called? Drink responsibly.
When he was watching.
Of course. Anybody watching $195, $199? I think $195.99 the Sinatra bottle. So, in case you like me that much,
or not.
or not.
So $200, and we're gonna go what? 250?
Let's go 200. Well, let's go 200.
I mean, I think we kind of a little more on the 200 part. I mean,
Okay, so
what else?
again, I said I think I'd watch it. Actually, would be a pretty good for a 200.
Would
and
you
then if you
save mine, why do you think you'd really have to know the person on what watch to get them?
But you're spending $200 on them, so maybe.
Yeah, if you're talking about how far you're right. If you can spend $200, at least we dated a couple of months. So I would have known. Maybe he does like a watch. Maybe he does. At the end of the day, look, it's a present. Right? So just be happy you get something. I mean, I just.
So Victor's getting a pack of lures for Valentine's Day.
But again, the thought that counts. That's the phrase. It's a thought that counts. But that's what we're trying to kind of avoid. Is for somebody to say, "Oh, it's a thought that counts." I mean, we're trying to help out.
Think about it hard. Think about it harder.
Right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, $200. I mean, you got a lot to spend. I think. I mean, yeah, $200 may not go a long ways depending on what you're talking about. But when
buy an old Nokia phone, the ones with this little flip. Yeah, no, not a flip. Those are like $250, bro. Oh wait, you got a. Oh, my bad. I forgot you have a flip. Still uses a flip.
$200 we think we covered it. I mean, there's still a pretty good amount of even like reels are still they're getting 200 pretty good $200 reel as well too.
Yeah.
What reels do you have that are in that $200 range? Oh, the Vanford is at about $250, right?
Yeah, the Vanford's out of that.
The Tula, or the Procyon, a lot of the Daiwas. I think the Ultegra is under like 180, 170. So there's reels for sure. Again, one of the biggest things is just feel comfortable, and I keep reiterating this. Feel comfortable going to your shops and talking to your owners people who are working there, and they'll guide you in the right way, especially when it comes to reels, because it can be tricky, man. It really can be. Buying a reel, especially, it can be intimidating for somebody who doesn't know, the industry, doesn't know what they're buying, and they want to buy something nice for their loved one. Hopefully you feel that you can trust these people, and I think for the most part you can. $200, you're gonna get a really nice gift, man. I'll jump up to 3.
Okay, that's a big.
Now we're talking. Now we're
let's
talking.
Let's go. Yeah,
I don't even think I've ever gotten a $300 present from my wife. To be honest with you, if she's watching this, come on.
Well, I think she's gonna also ask you. Well, you deserve a $300 gift.
I deserve a $500 gift.
On what basis?
No more than 500. No more than 500.
$4.99.
On what basis?
At $300, man. Again, I'm a big boot guy. You can get a really nice pair. I say really nice, but you can get a nice pair of boots, just leather, nothing exotic. But you can get a nice pair of boots. That would be my
cowboy hat.
Hell yeah, for $300, that's big. But again, man, to me personally, don't buy me a hat. I'm really picky.
Yeah, hats are tricky, man. Caps are different. Yeah. See, ball caps are different, but hats are. I have a total of 4 cowboy hat nows, and my wife bought me 2.
When I met Victor, he didn't have any, so
I didn't have any.
He's evolved a lot.
Yellowstone came out and started hanging out with Fabian and stuff. And
it was Yellowstone then.
Yeah,
everybody wants to be a cowboy now.
Fabian started wearing a cowboy hat. I wore a cowboy hat. Then I got diabetes, and he's like, "Hey, I'll join Victor." And it's like, man, he's just keeping it going here.
I tried erasing my hands. It didn't work.
Spray some bleach.
I told you it was ranch, right?
It didn't work.
My mom used to make me wash the dishes with bleach, mira. But yeah, cowboy hats are a little weird. Cause my wife got me 2, and I ended up having to go back and get them a different size. Even though it was a size that I have at home, it didn't fit me. It didn't fit me correct.
That's crazy, man. I look into that, and to a good hat, man, they're expensive.
Yeah,
they can go really expensive, and I don't understand why.
I see some 500 and up, and it's like, whoa.
I know my dad used to always say, "Oh no, the more X's it has," but now you look at it as like 30 X's. It's like they're just throwing X's in there.
They'll buy more. They'll buy more. Add another X and buy more.
More is better. More X's are better.
But $300, okay. My opinion would be boots. What would be $300 other than a hat?
A nice rod, man.
We're talking rod. Yeah, even combos at that price now too.
300. Well, you can go combo, right? So you can go combo, or you can personalize the rod and say, hey, how much is it going to be to get a personalized rod with, let's say, for example, the ones that y'all made for baseball. Yep. Like, to me, those are pretty personalized, right? Or a Cowboys one. If you're into that, you're into that. I'm not going to judge. All right? Go Cowboys. Hope they win tomorrow. So I would say for $300, a nice custom-made rod,
yep,
would be cool. Yeah. Or a class. A class. The one that you...
I like that. I like how you put that in there.
Yeah. So that is cool.
The class has been really fun, man. So what we've seen there, a lot of people have been giving them for gifts. Actually, I think we've got one class, one spot left in our class, and we take 10 people.
When's the next class?
At the end of February. And so we're going to schedule the next one after that because we got one spot left in our class.
I think there was 2 that were gift cards.
So for you guys that don't know, they do offer classes where you get to create, show you how to build the rod, and you go home with a rod. So it's awesome because you're not just learning, but you're actually going to do something with your hands, a rod that you can use. And we've had some guys that have gone in and bought everything and made their own rods. And it's pretty cool.
Earlier this morning, there was a customer here who he took one of the classes from San Antonio. So he drove down from San Antonio to take the class, and then he drove down this morning to stock up on components and various things. And so the one thing about custom, I know this isn't about custom rods, but it can be a little bit overwhelming when you're getting started. Obviously when you're in here, you're learning, but when you try to go buy your material online, you're like, is this going to fit, or how does this, or what does this blank feel like? And that's one of the things we cater to here. And but anyways, long story short,
components.
This guy, he took our class and he got really into it. It became a hobby, and he bought enough stuff to take for 5 rods that he's going to go build and sell. So
and I bring the class up because Joe Perez, who I fished with last week, his chick got him. He was all excited. He's like, my girl got me a class. She paid for a class for me to go. And he's like, she's complaining that I fish, spending money on fishing, but then she went and got me a class. And we were fishing, and she's like 6-7 times. She's like, hey, I'm gonna do a class. I was like, bro, you already told me you're gonna do the class. Like, I know. But he was super excited, and that's something that his chick got for him, and now he gets to build the rod.
Yeah, there was a guy that he paid for his wife to come take the class, and the wife built him a rod in the class. And so I guess I'm not suggesting guys buy your significant others a
Y'all should do
glass of
something like
building rod.
the tipsy
Yeah,
painting
that's-
or whatever.
I mean, that's what it is. Honestly, like that's what these classes are.
I think
man.
Sam's
This is-
already tipsy.
Yeah, this is like so. Again, rod building classes. We'll do a complete separate video on that, but it is BYOB, and it's not uncommon to see people start drinking micheladas or gin and tonics before 9 o'clock. So right as soon as we get in here, there's a cooler full of beer, and people bring their own vodka or liquor.
It's funny how everybody waits till noon. Like, look at the clock and say, "Is it noon
Well,
yet?"
well,
I wait till
not
noon.
everybody,
I
but-
wait till noon because I know y'all gonna have food. So then I'll swing by during the rock class. Oh, she's here to say hi.
I try to
and
manage.
myself a
I try to
plate.
set the tone and manage expectations. So I say like I'm gonna start, and it's like nobody wants to be judged for being that first person. And so I said I'm gonna take the bullet for
Trendsetter.
y'all and say look, from this point on, you're not the first one, and you can tell your wife, you can tell whoever that you weren't the first one, and that
Peer pressure.
it's peer pressure. But
Oh, yeah, class would be definitely a good. To me, it'd be a good one. A rod, or like you said, a combo. A nice combo with a nice rod. I mean, a reel. That'd be something.
I think also the thing is like, don't be afraid to come in with them. Gifts don't always have to be a surprise.
that's
You know,
true, yeah.
I've had a lot of
That's what I told my
ladies more than
kids.
anything. What?
They were not surprised. I was like, I promise you, they weren't surprised.
Yeah, we've had a lot of customers come in with their significant other and like, oh, this is your gift. I heard that like Christmas. That's awesome. Like, and I heard it like starting November. It's like, oh, this is your Christmas gift and your father's gift. Like,
And-
oh,
and
shit.
Valentine's Day,
It's like,
depending
damn,
on
they
how
got
nice
packaged and all of them. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
bring your significant other and they can choose stuff from here, and give them a budget if you want to, or however you want to do it. But I mean, I think that's another thing also, or misconception. It's like it always has to be a surprise. It doesn't always have to be a
Nah.
surprise, man. Like, tell them, hey, I'm going to get you this, but I need your help. And I think you'll avoid any error there if you want to call it that. And I think we're really going to jump in. There's about 2 or 3 more levels here, and I think they're high.
I mean, at this point, like anything above 300, I mean, there's so many different things, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously not a lot of people are going to be doing that. So maybe we just hit the ones that we think are the coolest or what kind of, I don't know. I just think that
That's a lot. I mean,
So-
that's a lot.
Okay, so with that in mind, right? So if me, right, the turtle box that y'all carry,
Turtle box is
it's
awesome.
a little bit higher in price. From the
I
300
said
range that we're talking, we
grab
jump
some
into
turtle boxes there.
what, a 400,
400.
a $400 range. But that little thing is so cool. I mean, it's just
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
I am lucky enough to have one, and I can tell you this, guys. My wife uses it probably more than I do. She loves to hear music. She works out, so she's outside with it. I've charged that thing maybe twice since I've gotten it.
No, they last a long time, and we use them. We got them last year in Houston.
Yeah, this time of year last year.
Yeah, so last year in Houston we got it, and I don't think we got to use it that year, but we used it several shows after that. I mean, you're talking, we get there on a Friday. Most shows are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We get there on a Friday. We have it on. By noon it's on. I mean, we don't charge it till the following day noon, if that. And they're just such great little things, man. And no, not plugging, Turtle Box or anything, but even their customer service is amazing.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of customers come in and say, hey, it's not charging or something like that, and they ask for the number, they ask for the receipt, and I give them that information, and they told me, hey, man, this is badass. They called, and they just sent me another one.
Yep.
And
it floats, dude.
Yeah, that was gonna say the other thing.
It
They float.
floats.
They're waterproof. They're loud.
Yeah, when we went bird hunting, you had one.
Yeah.
Got one.
You had one only,
Yeah.
and it was loud enough so that we couldn't kill any birds. Okay, I sucked at shooting.
That's right. It
That
was
on
scaring all
me.
the birds away.
That was on me.
No, man, these things are really cool. I mean, if you're on the water, if you're even like on a kayak or a boat, I'm seeing a lot of people like go to this versus like a stereo on the boat. I mean, these things have little tie downs on there. You can put 2 of them on there. They sync together.
You can charge your phone
Yeah, it's got
on
it's
it.
got
If you connect your phone, it will charge your phone, and it's got that dual. If you buy 2, it'll connect left and right
Yeah, it
on the
becomes a
speakers.
stereo. Yeah, that's right.
pretty neat.
They pair up like that. So I mean, honestly, like these things are freaking bad. They're pricey though.
Yeah,
But if if they're within your budget and you're trying to figure out something that's really cool that
and it's out of the norm.
Yeah,
Right? It's
that's
out of the norm. Say, oh, I got you this little thing, and you might be like, well, what the hell is this? And then you hear it and you put it on, and it's super sweet,
And
man.
you think,
I like
a
it.
lot of people are like, oh man, it's just a regular speaker, just a regular speaker. And okay, I mean, you got a point. It is a speaker, but it is worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was, honestly, at first. I'm like, $400 for a speaker? I mean, I can go get one at Walmart for, 100 or whatever. But I mean, just the ability, I mean, not on purpose. I've dropped it a couple times. very hard structure to it. I mean, and very directional, and there's a lot of different things that it offers for $400, man.
And 100% waterproof, bro.
Yeah,
100% waterproof. I mean, you can take these things on the river.
Shower with it.
You shower with it.
Mhm.
I'll let you.
I mean,
That's 500 already. You be the $500 range already,
I just
bro.
wanted to try it out.
And you stand on it when you shower, so you can reach.
To reach the same.
You want to move just the shower head?
Sorry, Andre the Giant. 5'9", relax.
Hey, I'm 5'10" and a half, bro, with boots.
Oh, shut up.
But that's, to me, it's cool, man. It's a cool little thing. In a world that we live with a bunch of electronics, it's simple.
Yeah.
But it functions and it does what it's got to do. But as an avid fisherman, not having to worry about if it's gonna fall, if it's gonna float, or you can't be getting wet, it's perfect. You just put it in the boat.
Channel and it's still gonna come back up.
Yeah, just put it in the boat and just enjoy your music.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And again, yes, it is pricey. It's at $400 range. But another idea.
I thought you said they were on sale. $399.
$95.
$95.
Yeah. Today only.
Another thing also is, again, I think it also is going to depend on your angler, man. And I keep going angler, obviously, because we're in the tackle shop. But a nice custom rod. Again, and you can get really, really custom.
Well, 500 it's a custom rod with the reel.
Oh, 500 you throw a reel in there
Yeah.
for sure.
You get a good combo.
And even at 400, I mean, you can get a nice custom rod, and a reel, at both of them a decent price. But at $400, you can get a really nice rod. And again, know your angler. Be somebody who's just going to start and just don't go $400 on a rod because they're going to break it.
That's right.
But and I say that because they're very sensitive rods. They're very I don't want to say fragile because they're not supposed to be fragile. But
Yeah, they have a function.
They do.
It's like a Jeep and I say Jeep, like a four-wheeling big vehicle and like a sports car, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
they have their functions.
They
You
have their purpose, right?
can use them all. It's not what's it called, the one size fits all.
No,
That's the thing about rods. It's not, once you start getting into your craft of what you're fishing for, how you're fishing, you start realizing that not all rods are made for the same scenario that you're going to be out fishing.
Man, even a reel at the $400 range, you can get a really nice one. Unfortunately, we don't have anything at that range, but I'm sure R&R and Joe and those guys, TTB, they'll have their higher end reels. You can get a really nice reel for $400. And again, but to me, it's just know your angler and know what they're doing and how if they would appreciate it. A lot of times, I've gotten reels that I've won, and I'll resell them because I'm not going to use it because it's so expensive. And I know I'm not the greatest angler, and I'm like, I'd rather give it to somebody who's going to utilize.
But you're really good at lizard fish. I've been with you.
Well, the captain that takes me is really good at putting me on.
Yeah,
Say
that's
Mark
right.
Juarez, bro. Yeah, my boy. Yeah, $500. What would y'all say? $600 is already kind of pushing the limit.
I think anything after that is
Anything over three? Anything over three?
It's kind of like those commercials on TV where somebody shows up with a car with a bow on that.
Oh yeah.
You could go into any extreme. But
I got my wife a dog one time. That one didn't turn out good. I was like,
It's
oh, I
probably
got you a
more
puppy, and
expensive.
she's like, really?
It's like a
dog?
lifetime.
Like
That's
now I got more work, more
yeah,
things. And I was like,
that's in
damn it.
perpetuity right there.
Yeah. So pets, man, we might think they make good gifts, but
That's more kids.
Yeah.
It makes a good gift for kids.
So
yeah, but still the adults got to take care of them.
Yeah, but it's not
Kids-
for the adults, it's for the kids.
Yeah, but the kids don't even take care of them dogs. So the adult ends up taking care. Well, not in my case. I don't take care of the dog. My little Manchas dog. But yeah, that didn't turn out good. So I would never buy my wife or my kids a live animal. Maybe a dead one, like a chivo. Cabrito, bro. Un cabrito.
well, maybe it's live until it's not, right?
That is not.
And it has a short.
We used to have a
lifespan.
guinea pig. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, rat trap.
It was like Thanksgiving or
No.
get a week before Thanksgiving, a month
Be
maybe
like,
before it.
What's that? It's a baby chicken.
I think a lot of these
Feed it
gifts
up.
also, man, I'm talking about is, are you going to combine that with dinner?
What?
Like, is that part of the price?
Yeah, it's part of the presentation. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, and you know what? On that
Well, that
note,
changes everything, though, because dinner gets expensive.
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a pricey depending on where you're going to take them. I mean, again, I'm pretty cheap when it comes to dinner because I'm picky.
Well, that's why you're going to get a cutting board.
All right, so if they were taking you to dinner, where would you want to go?
Saltgrass.
Saltgrass. Sam?
Man,
Oh, this guy knows how to eat, though. This guy knows his steak. He took me one time to
Where did we go?
what that one
Oh,
restaurant.
we went to Taste of Texas.
And a lady comes
Where?
and asks me-
Taste of Texas?
Taste of Texas.
Where's that at?
It's in Houston.
Give me an option of which steak.
No, I'm limited to Falfurrias down, sir. Falfurrias down, please.
Yeah, if anyone's ever in Houston, I mean, I know there's a lot of fancy steakhouses in Houston, but Taste of Texas,
Yeah.
it's my daughter loves it. It's
Good stuff.
It's
There's a restaurant here called Prime. I heard. I've never gone. When they told me that the average place was about $60, $70, I said that's not the place for me. But I heard it's probably got one of the best steaks in the valley.
I was gonna say that, but those are the ones you go to once a year, twice a year, maybe.
once every 2 years.
60, 70 bucks, $150. Come on. I mean, it's your wife.
No, Longhorns is. I like Longhorns. If we're talking about steaks, I like Longhorns, but it's. And to me, Longhorns, not Longhorn Kettle Company, the one at San Benito. Because every time I go, they never have steaks when I go.
What?
Yeah, it's like there's like a.
we had
like
some, but we ran out on Tuesday.
No, it's like a window where you can get steak. Like only certain times they have steak, and I was like, so I ended up just always getting
Really?
ground beef or what?
huh?
Chicken?
No, just joking.
Chicken. Puro, poor boy. That's all I get. Puro boy. But Longhorns to me is it's a good place. It's not very very expensive, but it has that feel that is expensive.
Do you go to dinner on Valentine's?
Who, me? I used to.
It's been years, bro. And you know what? Even when we were dating, I think we already knew we were getting married too. But, even when we were dating,
But you guys were dating like when you were
high
kids.
school.
Yeah, he said he's talking about Whataburger.
No. What I'm saying is that even when we were dating, we'd go to a nice restaurant. We would do it on the 13th or on the 15th because I hate going to restaurants on Valentine's.
Yeah, that's true. Flowers. If I do buy flowers for my wife, I buy them like the 12th or 13th or the 15th or 16th because they're cheaper on the 15th.
Yeah, that's
or
what I'm saying. You
16th.
celebrate afterwards. That
Yeah.
guy, right?
Oh, you buy 'em or
Dude,
you
it's
pick 'em
crazy,
yourself?
bro. Valentine's Day to buy what'd you say?
You
If I
some-
pick 'em
pick 'em
myself.
up, yeah, there's some
I don't know
Put
if
those
you buy sunflowers.
sunflower seeds. I got you the seeds here, baby, in un paquetito. But yeah, flowers are expensive, bro. Flowers are
And
expensive.
you know what? To me, and again, this is just me. Don't
You want flowers?
Kill me? No. So I think flowers sends the wrong message, man. He's like, here, they're gonna die. I mean, and that's like
We're all gonna
that's
die.
like saying like this is a relationship. That's where it's gonna go, and it's gonna end very soon because flowers cost about $80, $90, $150
Yeah.
for what?
I feel the same way, right? It's we've
buy
they're
the
nice.
flowers at HB.
it's the common thing to do is to buy flowers and chocolates, and it's
Exactly.
kind of like chocolate's okay, but flowers to me, my wife might disagree with me, but I've always said they're a waste of money, not because I'm wasting it. It ain't about you. It's about the fact that they're going to die.
It's the way to
right,
make
for-
you feel, man.
For 100, yeah. I mean,
But it's like food.
but you're buying it because it's
I'm just
what's
giving you
supposed to
that.
happen, right? You're supposed to buy flowers.
And that's
Yeah,
my
it's
goal
just
is to
like-
make
That's
that
society.
A rod.
yeah.
I want to make a rod that's supposed to buy one.
A rod you're
so-
supposed
so
to buy?
Valentine's
That's
Day,
a good
we're
idea.
gonna-
That's
So
We're
damn it,
gonna
I need to buy a rod.
so we're gonna call it something. I forgot something like a dozen
And-
roses or.
And I think on the note of flowers,
The dozen roses.
and again, this is just for me. And again, if you buy flowers for your girlfriend and wife, give them to her at the house or in the car, please.
Or for your
You
boyfriend,
don't
bro.
have to get that stuff down in the restaurant where you have freaking balloons going everywhere, big old bouquet of flowers in the center. It's like, okay, dude.
Or
like,
buy flowers
relax.
for your boyfriend. Buy flowers for your
You
boyfriend.
bought flowers, like relax.
My wife
Leave
gave me
them in the car. Man.
my wife gave me flowers one time. I cried. I was so excited.
Because you were because you liked it, you enjoyed it.
No, it had thorns in my pique. I was like, oh, la chingada. They didn't get the
Did she
thorns
give
off.
it to you at the restaurant?
There was no
they gave it to
restaurant.
me in the
It was, that's why. That's
It was
why.
back of the house.
That's why you got them.
Out of the
I'm just
restaurant.
teasing you. Man.
So again, I think
don't
to me,
know.
like Valentine's Day, it's very. I mean, and when you brought up the topic, I'm like, okay, like I'm not the Valentine's Day type of guy. I mean, I never have been.
I would have put you.
Never have been. But
Rip, Fabian Rip.
But you know what? And I'm gonna say this, and I've written many songs for my wife.
Oh, that's right.
That's free.
Yeah.
That's the main reason. I don't have
Mira,
to pay anything.
mira.
Hey, but
Pues,
you know
bro.
what, dude? I've gotten a tier or two out. That's awesome. Dad free. No, you got a good gift. I've never gotten a good gift out of earrings.
Why was she crying though? Did you ever ask her?
Maybe because I didn't hear
Right? It's like no. It's just like.
I'm
I didn't
trapped.
sing it to her.
She's trapped. She's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
you
it's
just
like
you,
that."
you didn't sing it to her? But you sing to everybody else live on
I
Facebook.
thanked her. I just said that particular time.
You're not romantic.
Well, that's
bro.
next year.
Next
Nah,
year.
you messed
This
up my
year I
gift.
write it. Next year,
Sorry.
Now you ruined the gift. God dang it. I have to buy her something.
Have to
Nobody
buy a
said-
ride.
Let's guess which one it is now.
See, wow, what's Fabian? Fabian does like to sing, man.
I do, man. I like it. I just don't know how to play the guitar.
He drives and sings and not
And you,
Rolita.
and you listen to it.
I don't listen to him.
You call
I
me
just
every time.
I
"Hey, that
just
was a
give
pretty
it
good
I
one."
just give it a like and that's it.
You listen.
All right, sing right now. You got something?
No, I don't.
About
It's,
in my mind. Fabian actually wrote that song. So.
With Sue, man.
But yeah, man, I think that's where we're at when it comes to gifts. I mean, they're tricky, but I think you're like at the end of the day, the whole phrase of it's the thought that counts. I think it goes back to that. If you get somebody something, that means that you thought about them. It may not be the best gift in the world, but you thought about them and you got them something.
What do you think about jewelry?
Again, I give my wife a lot of jewelry because I know what she likes in regards to jewelry, and my wife's not very expensive. My sister-in-law calls me and is like, "Hey, what do you think she likes?" My wife's real simple, which is a good thing for me financially. But at the end of the day, I think again, jewelry's still tricky also unless you really know the person.
Yeah.
Because I know my wife's very dainty, very small, very simple type of jewelry, classy type of jewelry. But I do get a lot of jewelry for her. But it's not like
I think jewelry is one of those. It's also like the safe bet, right? Like you just get a bracelet or a necklace or something, and it's kind of like
that's more girl thing though.
Yeah, well, more girl thing. Yes, I'm not a big jewelry person. I've had this thing for I don't know 3-4 years. I had bought it at some little jewelry shop that was at the beach, right? Where you go to Daddy's to go eat. There was like a little shop there, and unfortunately they closed down. But I think I paid like $60 for it. Like I most of the guys that I fish with or hang out with, I've never seen them wear a lot of jewelry. But I think as a man, we always try to buy jewelry for James Avery. Yo, put it James Avery, my wife. Pretty good stuff. I mean, it's not too expensive, but it's nice. It's nice stuff.
And even on the guys' part, this one. I mean, this is Avid Angler. Again, I have no stake in Avid Angler.
Avid Angler, they're from where?
Houston, no? Yeah. So he has some really cool stuff. Again,
what's the guy's name?
Angler. Avid Angler.
That's his name.
Angler's his last name.
Oh,
no, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
Philip, I think.
Is it Philip?
I can't remember.
Philip Thompson.
No,
Este vato, hombre, bro.
It is. But so yeah, I mean, I think you're never gonna do a bad job in buying a gift for your wife, girlfriend, lover. Did anybody use that word anymore? So whoever it is, I think by getting a good gift for them, you're never gonna go wrong. Just put some thought in it.
Yeah. So just to kind of summarize again, $25, it's a hat. $50, it's
2 hats.
2 hats. Yeah, a knife. Anywhere between $100 and $200, you're looking at, we said, a watch and a reel. 200 to 300. Now you're talking about rods. And then 300 and above, you can't go wrong with the turtle box.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the turtle box, man.
So, yep, those would be good, man. So hopefully that helped out a little bit, especially for the ladies. And I say that all the time because, again, they like pleasing their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, with something nice. And I know an angler, an outdoorsman, it's tough to shop for.
One thing that I bought recently, that I bought for myself, but I'm gonna give it to my wife to give it to me, was these fake bogas from Academy. They do have to weigh. Now, like we mentioned earlier, who knows if they're calibrated correctly? But I mean, I thought for $20, it's not bad.
I don't know the company or anything. Looks like a decent product.
It's that H2O. I think it's their brand.
Is it Academy?
Yeah, Academy brand.
Hey guys, what about a wallet?
A wallet?
I'm picky on wallets.
So am I. But again,
Is it gonna come with money or without money? That makes a difference. I'm not big into wallets, so I've gotten a couple of wallets for my wife. The one thing that she did that I know that y'all can do as well was she one time got me a wallet, and they had engraved my daughter's name and my son's name on it, and it said like "I love you" on it. And I thought that to me was what made it cool. It wasn't the wallet itself; it's the fact that she went and got it, something done for me. So
again, if you know that they have a need for a wallet, then yeah, of course, that'd be a great gift because they need it.
Because y'all can do it on leather, right?
Yeah. You can engrave on leather. And we have one also. I think it's the Dorado brand, and it's like a waterproof wallet. Not waterproof, where you can throw your stuff in the water and it's not gonna get wet. But
that's what I use. I got it to go fishing, and then to carry my stuff in there, and now I just use it all the time. And I mean, it just makes it's really narrow and thin. And
it's funny though, like a regular.
I can't use that one though. I carry a lot of cash, like this much cash, so it's too big.
You strip?
All the
Only for
ones,
chicken?
right?
Chicken strips?
The ones. But if there's no questions or anything, I think let's wrap it up with predictions.
Well, yeah, it is that. But I guess
For the
before we go
weekend.
for predictions, let's.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was gonna. Never mind. We'll do it safe for some other day.
Predictions for the weekend. I know it's football, and there's 4 games going on. The ones that are about to start here in the next 10 minutes.
Who plays for Chiefs and?
It's the Jaguars and the Chiefs.
Oh man, I got the Chiefs winning, but I think the Jags are gonna give them a run for their money, man. Because I think they're in a high right now. They've been playing really good.
I would fear Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Day.
You came back 27-0 and to win a game.
The guy was always good. Just had to get in his shoes, and I think he had to kind of relax and get in the groove of things. But the guy was high, when he was playing college, and I think now he's realizing, okay, I am as good as I was back then. And
I don't think he's lost on Saturdays either, huh?
Yeah, he says he never lost on Saturday.
It is Saturday, so I'm in the same boat, man. I think the Jags are going to give
It's
him
gonna be an upset, man. I think.
No, I'm not gonna say upset.
Well, if you had to choose somebody, okay, so you can't
Chiefs.
be on both sides of the lines.
Chiefs. Mahomes too good. He's too good. He's too composed. He's
If I had to put money on it, Chiefs. If I'm gonna choose who I feel is gonna win,
Right, you can't choose both. You got to choose one.
okay,
team.
Jags. I'm picking the Jags.
I'm picking the Jags too.
Y'all wanna bet?
Who's playing in the afternoon? We'll talk later.
The afternoon is the Giants and the Eagles.
Giants and the Eagles. Ooh.
Eagles.
Yeah, I mean this
Eagles.
is. I mean, you know what? Jones. I'm a believer in Jones. I think, and I'm a believer in that coach. And I think
Who's
they're
Jones?
good. Their quarterback.
Oh, for Giants?
Yeah, I think he's good, but the Eagles are just high powered right now. I mean, they have a lot of weapons, so I'm gonna have to go Eagles.
Eagles, yeah, me too. For the same reason, I like
Eagles.
stuff, but
They've had a great year. Dude, I mean it. So I don't know. We don't know what the extent of his injury was, or if he was injured or he was just resting. I don't know. But if he's not injured, Hurts. Yeah, he's dude. He's good, bro.
He's for real.
Yeah, he's good.
Again, he's another one who's just finally come into his shell and knows what he's
So I got Chiefs and I got Eagles, and you had
Jags and Eagles.
Jags, Eagles.
First game
I
tomorrow.
got Jags and Eagles.
So tomorrow is the Bengals against the Bills.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna say Bengals, man. I just I like the swag of that dude. The dude from the Bengals, man. He's got this thing to him. So I think that's just.
But so does
Allen.
man. I mean, Joe Burrows is again the.
Did Allen smoke a cigar?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Again, I was about to say that Joe Burrows is Joe Cool, and I believe in that. What he's being called because he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
From the old days.
McMahon.
That's
It
what
reminds me of
like.
McMahon. You're right. But man, I just think Allen
Hey,
has
Samuel,
a very good.
come on in.
Come on in. I think Allen has
We are in our shop.
very good. Has too many weapons. But again, so does Burrows. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna say Allen, man. Saying the Bills.
So Bills.
Bills, yeah, definitely same reason.
Damn, y'all going against me completely,
I
man.
think Fabian and I think we've been spending too much time together. I think we're just too we're cheering the same teams all the way.
Yeah, I think Eagles is the only one we've agreed on.
And the one everybody wants to know:
Cowboys.
and the Niners.
Ooh,
For
man.
a reason, because I can get a reason. I just hate the other guy. But
Oh yeah, you don't like. Yeah, Fabian's not a Cowboys fan. He's
I
a
like
he's a
either
Texans.
team, so.
He's a Texans
That's
fan.
all I like. I'm just not. I'm a Texas fan too, so
You're a Texans fan too.
Yeah.
What are losers?
I know. I'm an Aggie fan, which not
This
really
year,
good.
look at
Yeah, I've been an Aggie. Yeah,
Okay, so then we'll start off with you all since.
no, we'll start off with you because you're already pretty much.
Oh,
Saying,
well, I'm gonna say Cowboys.
But are you saying it based on the love of the Cowboys?
No,
or are
I'm
you
saying it based on the performance of their last game, right? Because they played a hell of a game. They played composed, but they played aggressive. So, in the first, when they went for it on fourth and whatever it was, 4th and 3 or something like that, and I told my wife, my wife's a Cowboys fan, so I gotta watch the games with her. And I told her they need to be
You're secretly
aggressive.
a
If you
Cowboys
lose, it's over. Like there's no, we got one more game. Like just go for it. And if they stay aggressive and composed, because Cowboys were known to be the ones with the most penalties, and this last game they didn't have all those penalties. They kept it cool. They weren't doing stupid shit, and that's why I got the Cowboys.
I think just on like I got mentioned on that other podcast with Victor. At the end of the day, Purdy's a rookie.
Yeah.
Purdy's a rookie. You can't take that away from anything.
He's playing
a
Purdy.
rookie.
He's playing Purdy.
He's very high on his horse right now. for a good reason. The guy, he can play. He has a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
But like I said in that little, and I commented in that show, you let him stand back there and be a quarterback, he's going to pick you apart and he's going to win. If you put that pressure on him and make him feel and make him realize you're still a rookie, he's going to fold.
Yeah. I think Parsons is gonna show up.
And that'll be my prediction. I think Parsons is going to get shut down.
Think so?
I think the Niners and Shanahan, right?
Yeah.
I think that guy's a genius. And I think that guy's going to shut Parsons down. And that's all you need to shut down. And I think that's who's going to shut down. And I think he's going to do a great game plan. At the end of the day, you still have a rookie at the helm. So unfortunately, I hate to say this, I'm going to have to pick the Cowboys.
I don't know. It's like we said in the other one, right? You have to show pressure to the quarterback. And I think he might, let's just say he doesn't get the sacks. But the pressure is going to be there on it. And I think that's going to take enough to get this guy a little uncomfortable in the spot he's at. I mean, look at where he's at. What is he, a rookie?
Yeah, he's a rookie.
And he just started the last couple of games because
he's 7-0.
Yeah, but he was like a third-string quarterback. He wasn't even the backup. The backup got hurt, then he went in. I mean, he's doing good.
7th round pick?
Yeah. Tom Brady?
But yeah, look at Dak Prescott. That's well, he was what?
Yeah.
3rd, 4th round type of guy also? I don't know too much history.
Yeah, something like that.
State.
So again, I think they're going to shut him down. I think
He played the Raiders, no? Prescott? PSG North?
So, Nemo, I'm going to have to say the Cowboys.
Oh, Sam?
I think this is what. Do we all agree on one or not?
Probably Eagles, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to choose the Cowboys too, man. I think the Cowboys have struggled kind of all year to try to figure out their identity. They've showed, instances of greatness and then kind of shortcome by whatever it may have been. And I think they're just getting going, man. So I think they're going to continue build off of last week's win and keep going. So I know it's not as, I don't want to say easy because I know that beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers aren't as easy, and I'm sure it'll still be a tight and close game. But
he looked sad though last week.
That's it.
Ooh.
Brady looks sad.
Brady?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in his personal life, man. It's just like it's hard for him to.
Who looks sadder, the Brady or the kicker for the Cowboys? Man, they give each other chingazos, bro.
One thing I did see, and somebody I think commented on it or posted on it, it's like
Maher, whatever
however you say it, never threw his helmet when Dak throws interceptions. But did you see Dak's reaction on the 3rd miss? He took his helmet on and freaking slammed it on the floor.
But we don't know.
As a leader, bro, that was very, very unprofessional.
We don't know if that's why he did it, right? They showed a clip. They didn't show the clip. Like, they didn't show the whole thing.
Scored.
Yeah, but they didn't show.
They insult his mother? I mean,
there's to me, there's different perspective on it. You showed a clip. What if it happened like Bosa? Bosa's is different, right? Because remember how he did the thing with the hat, with the helmet, and then the blue scene. Like, he was walking out of the play, the ref threw him a flag, and then that happened. Like, because Dak did come out and say, like, I'm with, like, I support Maher. Like, he said, I played like shit the last weeks, and they're still with me. Like, now, whatever. So I don't think a big deal of it.
I mean, to me, like, again, I look at quarterbacks and what type of leader are you? And, that's why I go back. When I used to support the Cowboys was during the Troy Aikman era, and I loved his ability to rip the crap out of their.
Was there light back then or no?
Was there what?
Light, like there was like electricity.
But no energy.
We're talking about Troy Aikman. You're like the regular Cowboy fans. Like, back in the 90s.
I liked them.
It's like, man, back in the 90s, what have you done now?
I was gone.
I like the Cowboys. I'm not a 100% Cowboy fan. My wife's a Cowboys fan. Yeah. She likes to watch the games and stuff, so I watch them with her. But I do think they do have.
At the end of the day, I'm not a Cowboy fan.
You think they have?
That's what I don't like. I don't like their fans.
Well, I'm pretty sure that their fans don't like you as a fan.
No, but what I'm saying is that's the reason. That's right. And again, this is the other thing also. They win a game. What's the first thing they say? They don't say
Super Bowl.
No, and it's fine. You say that. I would love for you. Yes, we're going to Super Bowl.
Where the haters at?
Where the haters at? Really? Like, what the hell do you say?
Where the haters
Social
at?
media, bro.
That's the first thing, dude.
Ponen la pitada allá en Bronzo. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, that shit is going on. All I know is, hilarious. When are we having Bronco 956 in the shop, bro?
I don't know, man. We tried to get hold of him.
You said you were going to dress like
no, you're tronco, bro.
You said you were going to dress like him. I confused you a couple times.
We have a live wrestling match with Bronco and 956 and Rip.
And Manchas.
Hombre, aquí va a ser circo hermanos Vázquez, bro.
Manchas versus Bronco at the Alamo Pulga would be amazing. And I would charge a Pulga for allowing you to do it.
It's you, I was imagining it. That'd be some funny stuff, man.
But cool deal, man. I mean, again, guys, we're getting back at it. This is the first time, and we didn't announce it. We didn't announce it. We didn't promote it. We didn't.
A lot of it was trying to figure out if this stuff still worked for us, right? Like, this is our first setup, but I know we've been gone for a while, but I mean, it's not like we haven't been doing anything, right? Like, we're sitting in a brand new shop, right? And so we've been spending a lot of time here. We kind of took on a new business, right? We do screen printing and embroidery, and so there's, even though it looks like maybe nothing was going on in the background, but
hey, y'all made the jersey for.
That was big, man.
That's right. We got the UTRGV. We've been doing a lot of stuff with the university. We made the first UTRGV football jersey. We got the Salty River Lodge as well too. So we've been kind of working in the background and in silence and kind of in working these moves. And I think we're kind of at those point now where those have kind of gone to a point where they need to be or close to it. And now we can kind of start spending more time
doing this.
That we, because this is fun. I enjoy doing this. Right?
Yeah, it's fun, man.
Whether we get 3 people to watch or maybe 10. It doesn't matter. Like, we just enjoy doing it.
And I think at the end of the day, like I told you before, and I think this kind of gives people it gives them a good perspective of who we are, what we're about. And I think it's important, when it comes to local businesses and local owners, is know who they are, know who you're supporting. And again, I tell my daughter this all the time. Like, we may not agree on everything, but at the end of the day, we can still be friends, type of thing. And I think the world needs to know that. And I think, coming in here and kind of now having a little bit of conversation on something other than fishing, because I've told you before, man, I feel like a bartender sometimes. Like, people come in here to talk, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a cool thing, and now we actually have this table here, and come in and
this table. So this table's staying here, right?
Yeah,
this is here full time. It's not going anywhere. It's not like, hey, we got to set up here, like, and so this.
It's just when I come to work during my.
This is Victor's office. If you need
I do not disclaimer. I do not work for these guys. So every time people come, please asking me for help.
Yeah,
I fired him twice, and
he still come back.
He's just like a lost dog, right? Like, he keeps finding his way home.
Look, a lost dog dance, eh? Damn, bro.
not cute dog.
Hey, I like this rod here in the back, bro.
like a short hair pointer.
Un Dalmatian. You have a Dalmatian? Number is Victor.
But the other thing is, like, this table is big enough for more people, and it's an open invitation for anybody who wants to come join us and talk about whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be fishing related, like Fabian said. This is anything that you guys want to come out here and have a little conversation about. Open invitation. Reach out. Just kind of come here. Come to the shop. Reach out on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and just let us know. And definitely, we're happy to set this up. But,
it's like Fabian said when I first met him. The 7-day addiction is not just fishing, right? It's anything else that you got, running, any other sports, hunting, anything else that you like to do. Yeah. I thought it was cool when I first started talking to him. Yes, we talk more fishing because I'm more fishing than anything else. Yeah,
that's our best.
But that's one part of it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Like, you're also a dad. You're also this and that. You have different parts of your life too, and just. I'm
addicted to washing dishes, bro. I can't. Like, I love washing dishes, man.
Hold back on the Clorox, but
it's so much fun. Like, I just get this joy. My hands are so. Look at this. You feel that?
But there's other things that
your
bring
wife
us.
watching
But there's other things that bring us together, and even though, like Fabian said, these things that bring us together allow us to have these things that we may not agree on, right? We can disagree on stuff. Maybe, and I can see things on that. It doesn't mean I think he's a whatever, right? Whatever. You just, like, we're people outside of this, and we just happen to all like fishing and whatever it may be. But anyway, so.
No, but it's gonna be cool. I think moving forward, and one thing I would like to kind of throw out there is, Sam and I have been going back and forth with the name. Because I mean, we used to have, and I say used to because we don't do it anymore, but I'd rather be fishing. That's what we called the last show we did.
The first one was Art of Fishing.
Art of Fishing,
Art of Fishing was when we did it at our old shop.
Correct. And then we did the whole after COVID thing. We're doing it, via Skype or whatever you call that. I'd rather be fishing type of thing. We're playing through the COVID thing where we couldn't go out and stuff like that. Now this one, I mean, again, throw some names out. You think I'm going for just bullshitting. Because I think that's what we're doing. I mean, we're just bullshitting about just random stuff. I think that'd be cool. But again, anybody have suggestions on names? I think I'm really excited about moving.
I already told you what we should name it. Cagando Palo.
That kind of.
I mean, we're just here, Cagando Palo, right? It's just guys talking, and that's it.
I
like that.
That's
real, like human talk, man.
You had one good idea today.
Good.
You said one good thing.
Yeah, can you retrieve that comment about the lonely puppy or something? Can you take that one back?
No. Okay, you're welcome. So,
can you call me Big Dog?
Only cat.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now.
So cool deal, man. So we'll go ahead and end it there. And again, good luck to your teams. If you guys are watching football this weekend, enjoy yourself, guys. Just go out there and have fun. I guess.
Have fun. Have a good time. Be responsible.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Later, guys.